This is the story of a city, and here's how it began 2,000 years ago when the Romans founded a city which they called Londinium. But our walk is not rooted in one era nor at one location, for this is a journey through 2 millennia of exciting history. Plague and fire, tragedy and happiness, all these mingle together to create a story that is informative, entertaining, but above all else, thoroughly gripping. So come with us on a journey into the secret city as we uncover the streets of hidden London. One of the treasures we uncover today is this building here, the Guildhall. The City of London's been governed from this area for more than 800 years, and this building dates back to between 1411 and 1430. And in essence, this really suggests what London is all about. For this building was damaged by the Great Fire of London, although its walls and its crypt emerged unscathed from the flames. It happened again in the 20th century when the bombs of the Second World War destroyed its roof, and yet the walls and crypt survive. It's a spectacular building, and it's one of those buildings that awaits your discovery on our journey around secret London. Here at the historic heart of the old City of London is a true Dickensian landmark, the George and Vulture, established in 1600. It was here in Pickwick Papers that Mr. Pickwick takes up lodgings at a commodious old alehouse at the heart of the old city to boot the George and Vulture. It was also in these alleyways around here that Charles Dickens began that most ghostly of ghostly tales, A Christmas Carol. This place is stained with blood. For centuries, this was a place for executions. In 1381, Simon of Sudbury, the hated Archbishop of Canterbury, was dragged from the Tower of London across the road, brought to this spot, and his head was struck from his shoulders. His was just one of the many names who came here to face the bloodthirsty mobs, to whom execution was not just a form of retribution, but also a source of cracking entertainment. And looking across at this sombre spot of ancient history is the Tower of London. Look at it, grim, grey and awe-inspiring. It's dominated London's skyline and the pages of British history ever since William the Conqueror ordered its construction in the wake of his Norman invasion of 1066, to show Londoners that they were well and truly a conquered people. But it is most famous as a place of imprisonment, and the names of those who were locked up beyond those imposing walls reads like a who's who of English history. As well as that, those of extreme noble birth were often executed within those walls, given a private beheading in front of a select gathering of friends and residents of the Tower of London, at the whim of fickle monarchs such as Henry VIII, 2 of whose wives, Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard, were beheaded within the Tower of London. But it was here on Tower Hill that those of less noble birth came to face their ultimate fate in front of the baying London mob, the likes of Sir Thomas More and his great adversary, Thomas Cromwell. Here, their heads would be struck from their body and held aloft to the ultimate cry of, "Behold the head of a traitor." Today, this is a tranquil and peaceful spot, a haunt of tourists and local office workers who come to take their lunches on what is well and truly a blood-stained spot.